Hello, beautiful black people. Hello, beautiful black people. Hope that all is well wherever you are and whatever your socioeconomic status is today. Be happy. Be happy. Know this. Here's 3 things that I have used in my life. And it goes like this. If it is not making you happy, if it is not making you better, if it is not making you money, then let it go, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. I have used that throughout my life, and I still use it and apply it in my life. I believe it is applicable to the lives of most of us, beautiful, intelligent black folks, people that are loaded with the most dominant substance of the universe. And that substance is called melanin. And we are made of it, my beautiful, intelligent black brothers and sisters. In regards to the Fraternal Order of Police, I believe the word fraternal is an incorrect way to describe white police, white cops. There's nothing fraternal about racist white cops. There's something brutal, ignorant, and racist regarding white cops. But they are definitely not fraternal and not benevolent. Not at all. I believe that most of these local police departments, especially the ones that are in these large cities where there are large populations of black folks, people that look like me, and large populations of brown folks, people that are non-white. I believe that those police departments should be torn down and started all over again, including the DA's office, the district attorney's offices should be torn down and start over again. Just as a city in New Jersey, Camden, New Jersey, I believe, they tore it down and started all over again. And now they have one of the best, one of the finest local police departments in the country. And you will hear these cops talk about how courageous they are. How much courage does it take to put your knee on the neck of a handcuffed, behind his back, lying prone on his face on the pavement, and you put your knee on your neck to suffocate him? That is not courage. That is brutality. That is having total disrespect for humanity. And they will use the term afraid cops. That's what these white racist cops will say. They will say afraid cops. And the so-called supervisors and union FOP presidents will use that term, afraid cops. They will say afraid cops end up dead, when it is the exact opposite of that. These white cops are trained to be cowards. They are trained to be afraid. They are trained to be cowards. They are trained to be afraid. No, afraid cops do not end up dead. It is the exact opposite. Black folks, unarmed black folks, women, children, black men end up dead, shot in the back 8 times, executed in the middle of the street, on his knees with his hands up, choked to death in plain sight. It is not those cowardice, afraid cops that end up dead. It is black folks, people that look like me, that end up dead. Cops are trained to be afraid, essentially all the time. They're trained to be afraid. Hence is why they cannot approach you without having the gun out, pointed at you, or the hand on the gun, ready to pull it out and shoot you dead, because they are afraid. They are cowardice. They have been trained to be afraid. They are trained to respond to fear with force. That's what these white racist cops are socially engineered to do. They are socially engineered to respond to fear with force. Even if the black man is running away from them, even if the black man has his hands cuffed behind his back, lying down, prone position on the pavement, they respond to fear. These cowardice, white-ass, punk-ass white cops, they respond to fear with force. And this KKK member, he's the president of the FOP, the Fraternal Order of Police in New York City. His name is Patrick Lynch. His name is Patrick Lynch, Lynch. He should be lynched. Patrick Lynch should be lynched. He should be taken to the gallows as a fascist, because that's what he is. He's a fascist. Fascist. He's a fascist. The New York Police Department and the citizens of New York City should aggregate, organize, and bring this Patrick Lynch to the gallows. He's a fascist. He's a racist. He's a white supremacist. His police union just recently endorsed Trump. If you endorse Trump, then you are Trump. If you support Trump, then you are Trump. If you endorse the KKK, if you support the KKK, then you are the KKK. If you endorse white supremacists, if you support white supremacists, then you are a white supremacy. The New York Police Department should be investigated for corruption and racketeering. The New York Police Department should be investigated, especially the union led by Patrick Lynch. And these folks in the New York City Police Department have basically admitted that they cannot be trusted and that they are poorly trained. If you listen to the comments of Patrick Lynch, he said, "Afraid cops end up dead." That's what he said. Afraid cops end up dead. These folks are saying that they have been taught to have a violent reaction to the fear that they have 24/7 when they are on duty. There's something seriously wrong. There's something seriously wrong if the only method that is taught and protected, no matter the situation, is violence. And that's what white cops hold on to. That's what they are taught. Violence. You can say something to some of these white cops and they will respond with violence. That's what they do. They will brutalize you. They will assault you. Even if your hands of cuffs are cuffed behind your back. They will abuse you. When our tax dollars do not need to be used to arm and train white racist cops whose only objective is to harm and kill black folks and all non-white folks. Our tax dollars are paying these murderous, racist white bastards to harm and kill black folks and non-white folks. They know, these white cops know, that they can publicly lynch black folks. They can kill black folks. They can harm black folks. They can murder black folks without consequences. They can do it with impunity because the white racist powers that be, the district attorneys, the county commissioners, the mayors are afraid of these cops. The Fraternal Order of Police wields all kind of political power, and politicians and elected officials are terrified of the FOP. No one flouts the rules when coworkers are instantly fired for breaking them. Any place any of us work or worked or have worked, when the rules are broken, you will be fired. When the rules are broken, you will be fired. No one except cops can subvert that rule. No one except these racist white cops can subvert that rule. No one of us can last to become a habitual offender, rule breaker, rule violator, a part of a cancerous culture. Police culture is a cancerous culture. When the consequences for not doing your job are real. And that's a position that this Fraternal Order of Police have placed these racist white cops in positions where they are paid by the taxpayers. But when they do not do their job, when they violate humanity, when they take a life for no reason, there are no consequences. They can break the rules and still maintain their jobs. And then these white cops and these presidents of the Fraternal Order of Police will constantly make excuses and justify even the most egregious behavior. Knee on the neck of George Floyd for 9 minutes, suffocating him, executing Michael Brown as he was on his knees with his hand in the air. He was executed. Choking Eric Garner to death in public on plain sight. Shooting Walter Scott in the back 7 times as he ran away. Shooting Rayshard Brooks in the back 3 times as he ran away. The most egregious behavior. The platform you stand on must be entirely torn down. When white cops, the district attorneys, the mayors, the county commissioners, the police chiefs are constantly making excuses and justifying the most egregious behavior of these racist white cops, then the entire platform that those police departments stand on must be entirely torn down. Tear it all down and start over again. That's the solution to a remedy. That's the remedy for these egregious murders, public lynchings, brutality, the beatings that these racist white cops are applying, inflicting on black folks and all non-white folks. The platform is broken. The platform needs to be torn down and started all over again. As Joe Biden say, you need to rebuild. You need to build back. And then you need to build back better. That is applicable to these local police forces that are broken and are out of control and are nothing more than a KKK branch that are still publicly lynching black folks, using it as entertainment for racist white folks, still in August of 2020. That's all I have on this one.